So Arsenal have finally launched a bid for Ollie Watkins. But the question is he the right front man for Arsenal? Let's get into it. What's good, guys? Welcome back to All About Arsenal. If you're a first-time Gooner, you're welcome to my channel. Hit that subscribe button. And if you're a returning Gooner, you're also welcome. Thank you to all of those that have helped me get over 500 subscribers, road to 1,000. So if this is your first time, help a brother out. Hit that subscribe and like button and let's get into it. So this one took me by surprise, to say the least. So it looks like Arsenal have launched an official bid. And I know there's been a lot of news circling that, oh, Arsenal have trying to go for this person, but multiple news outlets have reported that Arsenal have made a shock bid for Ollie Watkins of Aston Villa. Let's get into it. So according to the Mirror, it says Arsenal are interested in signing Aston Villa hitman Ollie Watkins over the closing days of the January transfer window as they attempt to end their striker frustration and could see themselves at the front of the queue. Arsenal could convince Ollie Watkins to become a gunner, because he's a boyhood fan. And he has previously hinted about his dream to move to the club. The North London side have been linked with a sensational late move to sign Aston Villa frontman. Mikel Arteta's side have long been considering a move for a forward as they attempt to cope with Gabriel Jesus' long-term injury. A number of forwards have been linked with Arsenal, including Benjamin Sesko, I'll get to that, Mathys Tel, and most recently Mathys Tel. But it appears that Arsenal have settled on the target that they want. Arsenal have lodged a 60 million bid for the Villa frontman Watkins, but I've already seen their attempts rebuffed as a fresh approach from Arsenal over the final days of the transfer window has not been ruled out. And if it happens, Ollie Watkins might want to pursue a potential switch. The 29-year-old, and I'm going to repeat again, the 29-year-old has admitted on a number of occasions in the past that he's a supporter of the North Londoners, and it's expressed his wish to one day represent the Gunners. Speaking to the Sports Gazette in 2020, London Football Wars, Watkins said, "That's my dream to play for Arsenal one day, but you know, it's a long shot." Wow. So it looked like dreams could actually come true for Ollie Watkins. Meanwhile, Watkins revealed that a host of family members also offered their support to the Gunners. Speaking after scoring twice against Arsenal in 2020, he said, "I'm not sure my granddad or Uncle Baz are going to be happy. They are Arsenal fans and I'm an Arsenal fan myself." Whoa, you know what? That's crazy to play for another Premiership club, but you support another club. He said, "But I'm buzzing. I'm sure they'll love it. I'm really over the moon." All right, cool. So Ollie Watkins, Arsenal. So let me know what you think in the comments. Is he a good move? Is he a good fit? He's a sharp striker. I like his tenacity, his positioning, and he's got instinct. Look what he did to us. Aston Villa hardly had a sniff against Arsenal, but as soon as Watkins got a chance, he put it away, and that's what I like. He's prolific. He's very, very good. But my only concern is, and try and vibe with me, his age is 29. So at this moment in time, he's his peak. But how many years could we actually get from Watkins? At 60 million, I think that's a bit too much. They've probably gone for 50 million. I do still think he's worth the money, but I'm just looking at his age. That's a concern for me. However, with age does bring experience, because if I'll prefer him over Sesko. Sesko is younger, yes, but it's touch and go. You don't know how he's going to really do in the Premiership. The fact that he's playing in a completely different league, but Ollie Watkins is Premier League proven. He's played against the toughest clubs. He's scored against the toughest and meanest and ugliest clubs. So if only it was like 27, I'd have said, yeah. However, I think getting Ollie Watkins is still good. He's a natural number 9, and Arsenal lack that. Right. Bid has been rejected. Why do you think? John Duran yesterday was spotted giving out gifts to Aston Villa employees and so forth, and friends and whoever that works there. So it's pretty obvious that he's making his way to Saudi. Arsenal were interested in John Duran, but it looks like he's gone for the smell the money of Saudi, which I can't blame the kid, you know, and obviously he wants more game time, and he's not going to get that with Ollie Watkins being the main person. So now that's a potential stumbling block for Arsenal. Can they still get Watkins when John Duran is going, and they're going to be strikerless, if that is actual word? So let's watch this space. I believe Arsenal are going to launch another bid, but Ollie Watkins himself needs to push this. He needs to be in the faces of the executive, the board, the coach, and say, "I want to go, man. Arsenal's my dream." And would they really, stand in front of him and his dream? I believe he's going to push it. He's going to speak to his agents, and something's going to happen, but it might cost Arsenal a premium because halfway through the season, Villa are doing well. They've qualified for the next stage of the Champions League. They're in the last 16. So yeah, it's a bit of a peak one. But watch this space and let's see what happens. I do think it'll be good signing. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like I said, my only concern is his age. But is he prolific? Yes. Is he top class? I think he's a top class striker. World class. He's, you know what? For what he does, he's got the good skill set. I'll keep it as that. Moving on to next news. Mathys Tel. I don't know too much about this kid, but Arsenal, Chelsea and Man United, according to Sky Sports, are interested as Bayern Munich confirmed Ford wants to leave. Spurs have opened talks with Bayern Munich to sign Mathys Tel. Arsenal, Chelsea and Man United also interested. The French under-21 international scored 16 goals in 83 appearances in all competitions for Bayern. Those stats are not really flattering, but you have to admit and, have to consider the fact that he's on the bench. He's a substitute predominantly. Tottenham have approached Bayern Munich over a permanent deal for Mathys worth 50 million as Premier League clubs battle to land the French under-21 international before the end of January transfer window. Talks between Spurs, Bayern in the early stages. There's also interest from Chelsea, Manchester United and Arsenal, with the latter having seen a rejected bid for Ollie Watkins, which we know. Tel started in Bayern Munich's 3-1 win over Slovan Bratislava in the Champions League on Wednesday evening, but the club have confirmed that the 19-year-old wants to depart. I don't know much about this kid, so let me go into it quickly. I want to see what he's about. Under 21. For me right now, I think that buying younger players, it's for summer. That's a long-term project. Let's get into this kid. He is 19 years old. He plays on the left. Okay, he's a left winger, so that means he's right-footed, I would assume. Yes, he plays on left, right-footed. That's his predominant position. So he'll be competing for spaces against Martinelli and Trossard. Martinelli, I think he's slowly recapturing form. I do think next season we might start seeing the best of him. Anywho, Mathys Tel. Don't know too much about this kid, but he's a French international. He can also play on the right and he can also play as a centre forward. But as you can see, his main position is on the left, where we have been weak. But do we need an under-21 right now? No. We need an Ollie Watkins. We need a Premier League proven striker. So I like the fact that Arsenal are actually going for something that makes sense. My only criticism is, why have they actually left it so late? But you know what? It's probably a tactical thing, because if they were to bid for Watkins earlier on, other Premier League teams such as Chelsea might try and scupper that. And sometimes some teams just do it out of spite. Well, anyway, so that's probably a tactical reason why they probably long it out, because I kind of like what Man City did. They identified their targets, they went straight for them, bish, bash, bosh, all done. So, why is it with Arsenal? Is always on the long thing. It takes time before we get somebody, and it's at this last minute, all the fans start getting hypertension, start getting a bit, unstable, especially when we still have a good chance to actually win the league. I'm telling you, some people might say, 6 points behind, but anything can happen. Football is one of the most unpredictable sports. Who would have thought that Liverpool would have scored 2 goals in stoppage time against Brentford when it was 0-0 for over 90 minutes? But let's forget about that, shall we? So, Benjamin Sesko, nothing's happening there. Leipzig has actually made it clear that they do not want to let him go in the summer. He's contracted until June 2029. But as we know, Arsenal have been linked with this guy since last year, before the opening of the transfer window last summer. Nothing's going to happen till the summer. But the question is, if summer does come and Sesko is available, would we go for him now if we do actually land Ollie Watkins? I think we still should. But I see Sesko more as a long-term project. Because let's be honest, right now, we don't need a Sesko. We need somebody that's going to hit the ground running, who knows the Premier League, who knows the good, the bad and the ugly. And that is Ollie Watkins. Bro. Ollie Watkins, my only thing is just the price. That's just it. So that's it from me. But let me know what you think. How hard should we push for Ollie Watkins? But I definitely wanted to see him, because I think, you know what? I'm tired of seeing him score against us. It will be great to see how he's going to operate in an Arsenal squad, where he's got a lot of creative players around him, a strong defense, strong midfield around him. And yeah, it would be great to see a natural number 9 banging in goals. But we only got, what's today, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 4 days. I've got a feeling something happened at the last minute. If the player wants to go, Ollie Watkins himself has to push. His agents have to be on it. Arsenal needs somebody. If we get this guy, I'll be good. But the price 60, If we get him, I think he's gonna probably might go up to 70 because Aston Villa will milk it. But Unai Emery did say about Ollie Watkins, we'll wait and see. So let's wait and see. That's all for me. Until the next time, peace.